Hello everybody, welcome to Zelda Speedruns, broadcasting the Zelda 2 100% All Keys Tournament 2022. We got the brackets round 2 for you today. It's Iceblue versus riiyak. Commentating for us, we have LOZ Cards Fan 23 and Trav White. Say hello everybody.
Good evening everybody. Hope everybody's having a nice happy Halloween.
Good evening, Cards fans. This one should be a blast.
Absolutely, indeed. We've got the number 1 seed in the tournament, riiyak, taking on the number 9 seed Iceblue here in the quarterfinals. And right now, riiyak has been playing very, very well. Had the second fastest time average-wise in the Swiss rounds, and has the fastest time so far of anybody in this tournament. In his second race, turned in a 75.05. So Iceblue, who's been pretty consistent themselves here, though, is about 3 minutes back on the average front. So Iceblue definitely capable of being riiyak. You know, looking at the PB, it's around 115, but Iceblue is going to have to take some risks. He's going to have to push it, and he's going to have to hope that riiyak makes some mistakes.
Yeah, and Iceblue's average is kind of deceiving. Had a few bad runs in there. Should average about a 78-ish. For just an average, so if he gets a really good run going, this will be fantastic.
Absolutely indeed, Trav. So we are underway. We'll try to get the runners in sync here, or I will try to get myself in sync here.
Uh-oh.
All right, so we go into the magic cave here in the dark, of course. Now, riiyak already taking some damage here, trying to get the 1 out of 8 chance of getting that P bag. Doesn't get it. Let's see if Iceblue no, didn't even go for it, actually. So let's see if Iceblue ends up getting the P bag. He gets the P bag, so
yes!
Very nice.
Awesome. That makes when you get the P back like that, I just know for me, it just everything calms down a little bit. You're like, all right.
Absolutely. So that means we only need to get 1 out of the 2 200-point P bags in Parappa Palace here. So that is a very good start here. So, again, we got about a 17-second discrepancy on the timers here, so we're going to want to keep that in mind when these runners hit checkpoints.
Yep, and riiyak setting up his double bubble here. Believe this is a pattern he knows. One of the things you look for here is for that tink right there, but not the bonk. We'll see. Yep, he bonked. He's just not going to be able to do the double bubble there.
Yep, won't get the double bubble skip, unfortunately, as Iceblue gets his heart container and does not take damage from the Gorilla's boomerang, gets through the bridge safely. Iceblue won't be going for double bubble, so pretty much level pegging at this point. riiyak makes his way into Palace number 1, Parappa Palace. Horsehead, the boss of this palace.
Yep, riiyak had a 204 entry. Oh no! Iceblue gets caught.
And that is exactly what you don't want to have happen against an opponent like riiyak. You can't afford... Oh, and he takes a second encounter. Yikes. You know, there's an old saying I like to say in the Super Smash TV circuit, Trav, is that RNG favors the favorites and underwhelms the underdogs. And already, we're only 2 minutes in, and already we're seeing that.
Absolutely. Race nerves get a hold of you, and just that's where veterans like riiyak just shine, and it looks like they're just on a regular run.
Yep, this is 100% all keys. This is vanilla. This is not the Zelda 2 randomizer, although we have had this many times in Zelda speedruns in the past. So now, I believe in riiyyak's case, he's going to have to get both of the 200-point P bags if he wants to come out of here with attack 4. Now, obviously, since he didn't go for the 50-point P bag, I don't think he's concerned about that because he's fine doing Death Mount on attack 3. But Iceblue needs to get at least 1 of the 2 P bags to show up and he'll be able to get attack 4. It's either going to be off of the Stalfos or that last orange Iron Knuckle before Horsehead.
Right. Riiyak would have an option to kill bots. He does decide to kill the Gorilla at the heart, so I doubt we'll be seeing that. He'll just kill things that get in his way.
Yeah, pretty much there. Oh, Riiyak having a little bit of trouble with Chewy here. That's guarding the key, and then jumps up top to make things a little bit more difficult, but Riiak's able to take him down.
Yeah, it looks like it was maybe a missed jump input there. You don't normally get your toe stubbed by a hammer.
Unless, of course, I'm playing the game. I'm always getting my toe stubbed by Cookie here. Or not Cookie. Wrong video game. We are not talking about Cookie Monster. This is not Castlevania, even though we are in the time of season for it. It's Halloween after all. Chewy.
Oh, it's now Cookie. It's Cookie from now on.
Yeah, I did it. Yes, but only tonight because it's Halloween.
Fair enough. One thing our viewers may notice is this bubble room for Riiak's going to be a lot slower compared to Iceblue. If he's able to keep his beams, we can stun a lot of enemies with beams, and we use that to our advantage.
All right, Riiyak gets attack 2.
And we'll most likely take life 2 right here as well.
Yep, that's exactly what it does. Unfortunately, never trust a bot, and Iceblue immediately gets a face full of bot and loses his beams as Riiyak gets the Candled, which is the treasure here in our first palace. So any of those dark dungeons and caves that you see now will be lit permanently.
And that really has to be the brightest candle on the planet. It lights the whole cave up.
Yeah, absolutely it does. Riiyak, more problems with bots here, coming down from the bridge there and loses his beams again.
Other than taking the bop, that's really not terrible. We really don't use beams much past this point, and no bag.
Yeah, he needed
It will be attack 3.
Yeah, he needed both of the 200-point P bags if he wanted to come out of here with attack 4. So it'll be attack 3 indeed for Riiyak. Iceblue will have 2 opportunities. It's a 1 in 4 chance that he's going to be denied. Gets his P bag.
And he gets it. Very nice. That definitely can open up the door for Iceblue to catch up here.
Almost certainly can indeed here. So, again, this enemy is inconsequential, whether it's a P bag or a jar. And it ends up being another jar anyways. But his health is low. And, Horsehead does enough damage that, a couple hits and Riiyak is down for the count.
Should be okay here. Riiyak is the Horsehead % champion.
Definitely showed it there. And Iceblue took the right level ups here. Now he is in trouble here. He can't take any damage. Nice fight.
So, by the looks of the timer, Iceblue is quite a bit ahead.
Yeah, he most certainly is indeed, but that might be a little bit deceptive.
Yeah, they finished P1 around the same time.
Yeah, they most certainly did indeed.
So, Riiyak took quite a few bops there. Oh, Ice did start late. Oh, okay. I thought it was maybe...
Oh, so he started his race late. Ouch. So once the green flag dropped, he was still parked, as it were.
Yep, race time is our official scorekeeper here. We found out with the Horsehead tournament, it's pretty much frames accurate. We had a ROM hack for those particular runs that would count the frames, and race time was exact to the frame.
That's very interesting, Trav. That we have made it to the second town of the game, the town of Rudo, or Jump Town, where we get our first spell of the game. Well, it'd be second if you were playing this in order, but these runners won't go to Shield Town until much later on.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of new runners grab Shield first. It's very handy through P1 and especially Death Mountain. It can really come in handy. We just have a walk that we use to go to P3 that we like a little better, getting Shield late.
Oh yeah, certainly indeed. So the jump spell, you get that by returning the trophy back to the town, and it enables you to get past a certain cliffy area in this cave coming up that you wouldn't be able to get through by normal means unless you did a damage boost off of an Aikman. But because this is 100% all keys, that wouldn't be viable even if you did want to try to show off.
Yeah, we gotta collect all the items, all the keys, all the spells. Basically play the game, quote unquote, how it was intended.
Certainly indeed. So, riiyak still has his beams intact. Iceblue getting life 2 to get all of his life back, but he's got to watch out for that Korea. Those boomerangs are coming, but he's going to be all right. Yep, there's that jump right there that riiyak just made with the jump spell.
Nice
riiyak,
walk.
nice. Watch out for those trap tiles surrounding Bagu's house, and that's a clean walk right there for riiyak.
Very clean.
Yep, you must talk to Bagu and then talk to the guard at the bridge in the town of Saria in order to proceed. Look at all the fairy spawns on Iceblue's side.
This is nuts.
And finally, he succumbs to the bad RNG. And once again, RNG favoring the favorites and underwhelming the underdogs.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately just bad luck.
Yeah, I saw 5 fairies there, and you just knew that eventually that the spawns of Sprite were going to mess up the encounters enough that Iceblue was going to take an encounter sooner or later.
The 2 back spawns were really nice. The front spawn, not so much.
And then, just to add insult to injury, Iceblue losing his beams at the last second to that Bago.
Yep, riiyak has retrieved the mirror and is getting the spell from the old man.
Yep, the life spell, which will restore 3 full bars of your life meter, but it is a very expensive spell to use. As you can see, already at 70 units, which is more than full bars of magic. And yeah, regarding picking up the mirror, that's one of the few dialogue lines, not counting the Zelda CDI games, that Link says in the entire series.
And then, for those playing at home, if you didn't know, we have to hand off the note to the Riverman here. That's why we go and visit Bagu.
That builds the bridge. Now, riiyak in good shape. He's got full everything right now. He's got full magic, and he's got full life. And he'll be the first one to get to Death Mountain. Now, in terms of speedrunning, these screens are a little more difficult than you think. Sure, the enemies may look easy, like bots and moblins, but you'd be surprised how many hits these runners take there.
Yeah, especially the first room with the moblins. It's just terrible. Their RNG is a little bit more random compared to everywhere else, and that room is just terrible.
Yep, riiyak keeps the beams intact past the Octoroks. Now you got bots and aches or Keese, and there's the bop from the bot. Or from the ache. From the Keese. From whatever. But you want to have beams because of those dudes, the Dairas. Orange ones worth 70, red ones are worth 100, but the red ones are the more dangerous ones where they throw axes at you.
Yeah, you'll see these runners try to time their jumps where if they get what we call an early axe, which the Daira will actually throw the axe mid-air, they should jump it.
Iceblue having some problems here. Gets a 200-point P bag.
Down on magic? I didn't see if he stopped to get magic.
No, because he's on 2,000. He's looking to get attack 5, so he skipped magic 2.
I meant in town.
Oh no, he didn't go for magic in town.
Yeah, and maybe that's the plan with attack 4. Just skip magic. A lot of runners will go ahead and take magic 2.
Oh man, Iceblue down to just a sliver of health left. We're talking zombie link strats. The Keese here trying to make things miserable for Iceblue, gets by.
Nice.
All right. Not out of the woods just yet.
Bots still be botting.
Well, these are the bits, these red ones here. They're the ones that run away from you, and they actually got a 50-point P bag out of one of them, but didn't need those 50 points. Now the bots. Gets a red jar, and you know what? In his situation, that was a good red jar there. I mean, yes, there's one at the end, but there's no guarantee he could have gotten to that red jar. He could have still taken a hit and taken that costly death right there. So that's a good red jar in this case for Iceblue. riiyak, no problem with the Daira there, but you always have to be careful of that particular dialer because that is a level up. There's 2 reasons. Number 1, if you don't wait long enough, you're not going to get the 100 points and he will respawn. But number 2, if you level up at the exact same frame that you're going for a screen transition, you're going to soft lock. There's a 200 pointer for riiyak.
Oh no.
Wow, an early death for Iceblue, and already you're just seeing what's going on here.
The kitty cat's got him.
Yep. Yeah, I took a lot of damage to those red Dairas, as we saw Lightning point out in chat.
Yeah, and Light pointed out in chat the short jumps. That's what can get the axes to hit Link right in the face. Got a long jump into him.
Yeah, now he's getting a red jar when he doesn't want them, and you know what's going to happen. He's going to get all the red jars in Palace too, and riiak's going to get all the P bags.
Yeah, riiyak seems to be okay on XP. Ice is definitely good.
Yep, there's the second extra container for riiyak, magic container. And Iceblue getting hit by the Miyu there. Man, this has been a rough Death Mountain so far. Oh, and Sprite, hello! Sprite making things miserable, as she does both in Zelda 1 and in Zelda 2. I say that because in Zelda 2, she always flies towards you, makes your life miserable, but in Zelda 1, either flies away from you or to your death.
We have kind of an unspoken rule in Z2. If a fairy pops, just run towards it. It'll run away. Unfortunately, that didn't happen for riiyak.
Yeah, it does that. I don't think that strat works in Zelda 2. If you fly towards one in Zelda 1, yes, she will fly away from you.
I don't think any strat works in Zelda 2.
Wow, and Iceblue getting all of the encounters here. Could have went into the cave, you know, ducked in to ensure no encounter, but tried to go for it all and got picked off at the last possible tile.
Yeah, that last spawn is a random walk, and unfortunately, it just random walked right into him.
All right, riiyak for Boulder Dash up. Here comes Sprite. Leaves him alone. Into the medicine cave here. More of these stupid bago fish that fly into you, throw its rocks, and just ruins your day all the time. And then you got to take care of a couple more of these Dairas.
Perfect for Halloween, though.
Oh, absolutely, it's perfect for Halloween. All right, makes it look easy. Gets the water of life or the medicine. We will take it to the next town of Mito.
Good Boulder Dash here for Iceblue. Should be a free walk right in.
Yep. Looks good to me. Perfect.
Nice.
riiyak will pick up the one-up doll here next to the medicine cave.
So interesting strat there by riiyak. Got the early spawn, and you when you get the early spawn there, you go right first and then down.
All right,
Instead
so
of just
here we
coming
go.
straight out.
All right. Fairy Town, or the town of Mito, is where we are now, where we'll get our next spell of the game, the fairy spell, and our first of the two sword abilities, the downward stab.
Yeah, no one really uses down stab. Not very
No,
much anyway.
No, even I don't use the down stab. It's,
Yeah.
it doesn't really do much. Who the heck are we kidding? Everybody likes the downward stab because they're very useful for jackhammering things like blue iron knuckles.
Iceblue got the fairy slink there. That was very smooth.
Absolutely.
Hesitating. I believe this is the most sprites I've seen in a race so far. We've gotten sprites from both runners, like, everywhere.
Yeah, Sprite is on her game. Now, the reason why I call the fairy Sprite in this game is it is a reference to the Zelda cartoon that was released in 1989. These were the two Zelda games that were out at the time, so I simply call her Sprite because in the cartoon she likes to annoy Link, and in the video games she also likes to annoy Link.
I just remember the most annoying sprite being Navi.
Absolutely. I mean, Navi wouldn't come until 9 years after the cartoon, but yes, a lot of people don't like Navi and Ocarina of Time either. Yep, nothing to do with the lemon lime drink because the lemon lime drink and Sprite are not spelled the same. The fairy is spelled with a Y and the beverage is spelled with an I. Oh, riiyak getting a 200-point B bag. That'll catch him up a little bit on the experience point charts.
Yeah, he should be fine now. Depending on drops, may still have to kill a whole bunch of enemies, but should be fine as far as leaving with attack 6.
Yeah, that's ideally what you want, is you want attack 6 coming out of the pass. Look at that, another 50-point P bag. I don't think I've seen so many 50-point P bags on both players that I've had so far in this race. I mean, it's only a 1 in 8 chance. Now, how drops work is you have the small drop group and you have the large drop group, and of course there's the no drop group as well. But then both the small and large, every 6th enemy of that category is going to drop something. Now in the small drop group, it's either going to be a blue jar, which refills 1 full bar of your magic meter, or it's going to be a 50-point P bag. But the 50-point P bag, there's only 1 in 8 chance. 7 in 8 chance to get the blue jar. Now with the large dropping groups, it's either going to be a red jar, which refills your entire magic meter, or a 200-point P bag, and that's a 50-50 chance.
Ish. No, it is.
Yeah,
it's 50-50.
it is.
4 fairies!
Wow!
What is happening?
Fairies!
What is happening?
And Iceblue is shaking his head in disbelief. He cannot believe the horrendous luck he's been getting. And he just got to the road before taking that encounter. So that Sprite really messing things up. And here come another enemy that people don't like, the Moby birds.
And I definitely don't blame Iceblue here. I would be looking at my cart like, what are you doing?
I've said it before. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. RNG favoring the favorites, underwhelming the underdogs. And boy, Sprite knows exactly which side she needs to be on tonight. So here we are, the second palace of the game, the Maduro Palace. And our item here is the magic glove, or some people, I guess, like to call it the power glove because it's so bad. But we need the power glove in order to break blocks.
Breaking blocks with a sword is very important in this game.
It's even more so important in the randomizer, at least to my understanding.
Oh, yeah. Many glove blocked places.
There's another 200-point P bag there for Iceblue. Yes, in Zelda 3, Link to the Past, it would be known as the Power Glove, so I think that's why people call it such, because the technical term for the glove in this game is the Magic Glove.
Yeah, but in Z2 we only needed 1. In Z3 we need 2.
Exactly. Because the Power Glove, I guess... Oh! Riiyak, well, never trust a bot. Bots don't care what side you are on, if you're the favorite or the underdog. It will do as it pleases.
I'm surprised he didn't just cut fairy right there.
He didn't have enough magic to use the fairy spell.
I meant going back. You can just cast fairy. He already got the key.
Yeah, when he got the key, he used the fairy spell to get out of there rather than just save it. But yeah, that screen, that is one of the most dangerous screens in the game, so both runners down a life.
Most runners will make up that life in P4. Oh!
Wow, and Iceblue gets trolled. Holy smokes, these bots are taking no prisoners tonight, Trav.
Absolutely none. They never do either. Just when you think a bot's gonna be nice, nope.
Yeah, just when you think you're gonna gain some valuable seconds on your opponent, the bot's like, nope. And Riiyak about to get his glove. Ooh, that red iron knuckle having his way with Riiyak. And another 200-point B bag that Riiyak, I guess, doesn't need.
He just says, I don't need you.
No, but he feels comfortable enough. Boss of this palace is Helmet Head, worth 200 points. And Clean Walk Back does not get into the concussion protocol. Let's see how Iceblue fares in the block room.
Nice blocks.
Safely in. Very good.
Which normally means they'll be terrible coming out.
Yep, it's one or the other. Agreed.
We're just looking for no middle fingers here. Just keep nice open palm.
Kind of bonked a little bit. This is good, though.
Good.
All right, so Iceblue definitely in good shape. In fact, he'll go ahead and take life 3. Life 4. Yep, is at 400 points. So, yeah, he's definitely in good shape. Because these two orange, in fact, he's not even going to go for it. He doesn't need to.
Yeah, and Riiak's definitely good on XP here.
Yeah, I'd imagine he's going to be 6-1-2.
Yep.
Oh, Riiyak taking a second death to the Chewy. So he's down 2 lives now. Some uncharacteristic deaths here for Riiyak in Palace 2.
Yeah, this just got very interesting.
Yeah, all of a sudden, I mean, Riiyak might have to do some safeties because, you know, if he doesn't, he could endanger himself into a game over. Or he has to take no intentional deaths in Palace 4. Another 200-point P-bag for Riiyak. My word. He's getting them up the wazoo right now, Trav.
Yeah. Maybe, well, I thought maybe he was trying to get enough XP to take Life 3, but it doesn't look like it at this point.
And Iceblue getting the same business from Chewy here on those steps. And here comes Howie Mandel. Riiyak says, no deal. Takes care of Helmet Head, no problem at all.
Very nice fight. We'll see. Riiyak sometimes goes for a manipulation here. We'll see if he sets it up.
Iceplue's able to pogo his way past the 2 Iron Knuckles, and now here comes his turn at Helmet Head. Let's see how he does.
He is setting up the manip. It looks like he got it, so if he gets another encounter here, you'll notice no fanfare.
Very nicely done there for Iceblue.
Riiyak typing in chat, what is life? This is a race, baby.
All right, here we go. The town of Rauru, Shield Town, which is the first spell that you would normally get playing this game, but not with these runners.
Yeah, they don't need it till later. It'll be all right.
No. Iceblue taking an encounter, unfortunately, on the grass tiles. Boy, they are coming after Iceblue, but he gets away. No other encounters there. Riiyak getting his shield spell. Using the shield spell means you take half damage on the screen that you're currently on, but only that screen. If you want to use it again, or if you want to enjoy it on another screen, you got to use it again.
Yep, and as the players gain magic here in P3, the price of all those spells go down.
Yep, the higher your magic number, the lower the cost of the spells. Exactly right. All right, here's one of the requirements of the fairy spell right here to get to the 3rd palace of the game, the Island Palace. And
Riiyak going for a no stop. And got it.
Very nicely done there for Riiyak, and Iceblue gets the King's Tomb without any encounter problems there. So, Riiyak now into Palace number 3.
We'll see Iceblue's walk coming up here.
He will go for the stop and no trolls. Very good.
One of the advantages that Riiyak will have coming in here with Magic 1 is he'll have magic to cast jump in certain areas, whereas unless Iceblue gets magic early, he won't be able to cast anything until he gets into the rafter.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Which, there's a room full of lava and bots.
Yes, Where have we seen that before, Trav?
I believe there's one in every palace.
It just, yeah, isn't there? Yeah. But there's a few that are more infamous than others.
Yes, the previous one and this one are definitely the two that are most infamous for just taking runners out.
Yeah, what makes this palace is more infamous is the fact that you have to go through that room twice. Of course, there's also one in Palace 6 as well.
Yeah, the fire strat room can also be terrible. It has floating heads in it.
Yes, the floating sine curve statues that nobody likes. And no, the 200-point pea bag for riiyak. He's getting all the pea bags. All right, here's the first appearance of the blue iron knuckle and the jackhammer going into effect. Beautifully done. And he'll get his raft. The raft's one and only purpose is to take you from Western Hyrule to Eastern Hyrule.
And that's a shame. You would think something that has that much power that the devs could have thought of something else we could have used it for.
I mean, shoot, in Zelda 1, there are 2 spots you can use the raft. One that take you to level 4 and one that takes you to a Take-Any cave where you can get a potion or a heart container.
Exactly. They could have given us at least 2.
Yeah, they could have put in like a bonus pea bag area, or maybe they could have put a heart container there or something, but I guess not.
Maybe they thought that was too predictable.
Probably. All right, the first appearance of the Minecraft room. Perfectly done there for riiyak. You'll see 2 of them in Palace 4. They also exist in Palace 6, but they are not a part of the run.
Yeah, we try to stay out of those rooms as much as possible.
Oh, no question about it. Yeah, there's nothing of value there. Not quite as clean of a block break for Iceblue, but still got the job done very nicely. That Doom Knocker had no chance on riiyyak's side. Very nicely done taking that down. Now he's about to head for the third boss of the game, riiyak. And he's worth 301 points because the programmers don't know what a perfect game is in bowling.
Yeah, unfortunately, they count like I do.
Maybe they had darts on their mind. I don't know if you've ever played 301 before, but maybe that's what they had on their mind when they were programming. riiyak, quick work.
I've been told why that is, and I don't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Oh, that's all right. One of video games' greatest mysteries. Nice Rebo fight there for Iceblue as well. 2 very outstanding riiyak fights for our runners here. And, ooh, riiyak taking an encounter. It's a heavy one. And gets hit by the blue gorilla. Immediately losing beams there. Youch. Yeah, the fewest you can win is in 6 starts for 301 because you can only get 180 in any round. That is unless the rules are that you have to start with a double. Then you have to get 141 in the second round, and that's tough. All right, so riiyak safely out.
We'll see what strat he decides to do in this cave here with no beams.
Can you imagine if you used the raft and you had to navigate it like the rafting in Oregon Trail? You had to go through rocks and not hit any of them.
I've been saying for like the past 4 or 5 races we need a Oregon Trail Z2 hack.
I would be totally down for that. I would be 100% on board for something like that. Amen. All right. So In the old days, you used to go into Firetown, the town of Naburu, but we don't go there until after Palace 5. Right now, we go into the maze, and we have to rescue this child. 2 ways that you can do it. You either turn into a fairy, or you take down the orange Lizalfos. Riiak's going to wait till the last second, isn't he? Going to try to scare me. Yep, see? What you don't want to do is pick him up and not do either of those 2 things, because that orange Lizalfos will just sap your energy to zip.
Yeah, unfortunately, as Link is holding the child over his head, the Lizalfos just keeps coming.
Yep, he has no regard or respect for children, that orange Lizalfos. Iceblue going to do the same thing, isn't he? He's going to wait until the last second. Look at that. Trying to scare me into thinking they're not going to do either of the 2 things.
There's a fun little strat you can do at home. You can beam backwards and actually knock the Lizalfos back far enough where you can pick up the child and make it out.
Huh.
Gotta have beams, though.
Right. Oh, taking an encounter, you always got to be careful of the levers here, the coffee grinders, because they do a lot of damage.
Yeah, the game developers definitely did not expect you to have life 3 here.
They probably expect you to have, like, life 6. But here we are, the town of Darunia, Mountain Town, which is going to give us the reflex spell and the second and final sword ability, the upward stab. And it's not as OP as the downward stab. And Iceblue taking his second unintentional death, and it must have been the coffee grinders.
Yep.
Because I think on life 3, they do 3 full bars of damage.
Back on a even playing field here as far as lives.
In fact, yep, he just took another hit from the coffee grinders, did Iceblue.
It'll be interesting to see what each of our players decide to do as far as lives in P4 here. I forgot where we were at.
All right, Iceblue gets the fairy claws. I think he was trying to get the super jump, but was a little off the mark.
Riiyak on his way to deliver the child.
Yep, and that will give him the reflex spell. Or if you're playing the FDS version, I like to call it the Duran Duran spell, because it's known as the reflex. And no, I will not try to sing that song here.
That was always confusing to me, because I would always think reflex would make Link more agile.
Yeah, right? Totally would make sense.
In these encounter skips, and even leaving some of the towns, you'll see our runners either read a sign or do some stabs. That's all losing frames to get favorable patterns here.
Yeah,
you want the encounters to chase Link.
Yep. I believe the letters, when you read the sign, should be M-O-U-N. And there's Sprite again, making things miserable for Riiyak in this Green Mile walk. Ooh, but so far so good. 1 more left to go. Trying to slink his way out. Beautiful, beautiful Green Mile there for Riiyak. Yeah, M-O-U. I said M-O-U-N. Yeah, M-O-U. Mao. The pitcher's Mao. You know, we would talk about Game 3 of the World Series, but unfortunately got rained out. Happy Halloween to everybody in Philadelphia.
Ooh, more fairies? More? What is this game?
It's just unbelievable how many fairies we are seeing here in this run. I don't know if anybody's been keeping track, but this might be a tournament race record.
It's every walk.
I know it is. This is ridiculous. You know what? This run is invalid for both runners if there are no fairies in VOD on either side.
I would agree to that.
Of course, having said that, the odds of a fairy encounter are, I believe it's what, 1 in 256?
It's really high, low?
Yeah, really low, really low odds. I mean, you have a better chance of getting, let's see, 2, 4, 8, 6, 8 pea bags in a row.
Now, that sounds like a category we need to have.
Oh my God, that's a great idea for a meme category. Lava fairy percent for VOD. Yes, I'm on board with that.
I don't know how you would set that up, but
it doesn't matter how many palaces you clear. The object is to try to spawn a sprite from the Valley of Death, and you have to capture the encounter as well. It's not enough just to see her. You actually have to get the encounter.
riiyak will skip his first death abuse here and has magic to cast fairy. We'll see shortly what Iceblue decides to do here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, considering how many lives these runners are down, that neither player is going to participate in the Hyrule lava diving competition tonight. Oh, Iceblue taking a axe to the back there from that Doom Rattler.
Yes, Chosen. riiyak has died twice. Oh, and Iceblue got the jar. Nice.
Very nice. Or Doom Knocker, I beg your pardon. I know we like to call Chewy Doom Rattler sometimes. Another Doom Knocker, but you always have to watch out for the axes. Even though you take them down, that axe comes right back towards you. So you always got to watch out for that axe. I fall for it every time.
Yeah, riiyak has scared me like 4 or 5 times soft locking here.
And he's pressing his luck, but sooner or later he's going to hit that whammy. He's got to pay more attention to his experience count.
He does it every run. I'm assuming it's just experience.
Yeah, it may be experience, but one of these times it's going to happen, and it's going to happen when you least expect it.
Exactly. Now, Cards fan, in my last race, we talked about the different shades of purple that P4 can be, and we compared it to grape soda. These are two, they look pretty much the same.
Yes, I agree. Grape soda is a great comparison there.
So, if you were gonna call these palaces a grape soda, what would you call them?
Oh God, what the heck is that grape soda called? Well, locally, I know we have something called Jolly Good, and they've got pretty good grape soda, but, oh God, what is that grape soda called that Pepsi Products makes?
Is it Fanta?
I wasn't thinking of Fanta.
Or is it, I don't drink a lot of Pepsi. Crush?
Is there a grape crush? I always get the orange one because they don't make the grape ones in zero sugar.
That's the exact conversation we had last time. Everyone likes the orange over the grape.
Absolutely here. But yep, it is. It would be Crush. Yep, they do make a grape crush, but they do not make it in zero. At least not where I'm from.
Oh, it's a Picasso from riiyak here.
Yep, that's a Picasso, but no problem. If you're going to Picasso it, do it in the one that's got the Doom Knocker, not the one that's got the mouse statues.
Absolutely. And I believe the developers were wrong for asking us to dig with a sword. That's just... You just shouldn't have to do that.
Wait, dig with a sword? What is this, Castlevania 2 kind of hints?
Exactly.
I mean, nothing could be as bad as hit your head on Deborah Cliff to make a hole. And yes, I'm not making that up. That's an actual thing one of the townspeople says. Hit Deborah Cliff with your head to make a hole, or Deborah Cliff.
riiyak didn't even try to save the other life here, so just down to 1 life left.
Yeah, he's got to be careful.
An extra life left.
Oh, 1 extra life. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 extra.
Gotcha. I don't think Iceblue had any extra lives. I think he's already taken 3 deaths. Unless he took a life and I didn't see it.
We should find out here.
So we're getting very close to the final part of this maze palace here. That's what this palace is called. As he gets his reflex spell ready, does Iceblue. He's got 1 extra life as well.
Yep, 1 extra. So this is actually a pretty comfortable spot for both racers. When they're doing PB attempts, this is where they're both at too, so.
All right, the RNG boss here, Karok. Right now, the RNG not being particularly kind to riiyak here, but does take him down.
Yeah, I would say that's probably a par Karok there.
Well, Iceblue is going to want to try and get a birdie at least, if not an eagle.
At least. And we've seen a few eagles in these races. It's been pretty wild.
Oh, absolutely. We'll see if Iceblue can fare a little bit better on the RNG department against Karok. You have to have the reflex spell. If you forget it, you're out of luck, because that's the only way you can damage Karok is by the reflex spell. Turning his own spells against him. He's not having too good of luck either.
Yeah. Whew.
All right, so riiyak already into Palace 5, the Palace on the Sea, where we get the flute, or AKA the plunger, or AKA the plumber's helper, or AKA the oboe, I've heard some people call it. All right, riiyak setting himself up for the eco key. He misses it.
Bad banana.
Wow, that's uncharacteristic for riiyak to miss that there.
Yeah, it seemed like he turned back a little too quick. And that's looking at it full speed.
Well, let's see if Iceblue can gain some valuable seconds on riiyak here.
It can make up 12 seconds, and that's definitely significant.
All right. Palace boss here is Guma, 500 points. So you're typically want to see runners have 844 and then like 700 points beforehand, before they go up against that fight, so that they come out of here with the 9,000 points to go on a shopping spree of level ups. But don't take attack 9, because if you do, all you get is an extra life. And riiyak going after the Magos here and getting 200 points to refill the magic.
Yeah, and Iceblue hit Eco Key, so all of that time wasted plus 12 seconds is what Iceblue's made up here.
All right, here's the block room with Dikembe Moatumbo here. Great grab there by riiyak, only to fall victim of the concussion protocol, not once, not twice, but thrice. It wasn't the Moa giving riiyak the business, it was the blocks. Holy Moses. And it was a good idea using that shield, because if riiyak didn't do that, he would have taken a death and would have had no extra lives left. Iceblue, though, clean.
Yes, very clean. Iceblue has made up a ton of time here.
Yeah, he is definitely in the running right now. This is not over yet by any stretch of the imagination, Trav.
Absolutely not. We still have some of the worst parts of this run coming up, too.
Yeah, including River Dance. Yeah, I mean, Sprite has really played a hand into this race against both runners. It wouldn't surprise me if she played her hand into River Dance for at least one.
It would be amazing to see both runners get fairies in VOD.
Oh, If that happens, we need to buy some Powerball tickets because, we're talking $1 billion jackpot here.
Absolutely. riiyak goes to get the plunger first. I believe Iceblue does the same.
If you're wondering, let's assume 1 in 256 odds. That's a 1 in 65,536 chance. Probably a little bit better than that because, again, it's a 1 in 256 chance times the number of encounters you see. So let's assume, how many encounters do you think we see in VOD? About 10?
Let me count real quick. 1, 2. About 6. Unless you have God VOD, then it's 5.
So let's assume it's about a 1 in 43 chance that anybody sees a fairy. Now, if I take that number and multiply, it's a 42 2/3 chance if I'm being precise here. So let's do some math here.
I got corrected in chat. It's 7.
7? All right, I'll recalculate then. You keep calling the race, and I'll give you the odds in a moment.
All right, riiyak is pretty low on life here. Going up to get this key. We'll see if he can grab it off the porch without touching the ground. This is a pretty swag trick here. There we go. No need to touch the porch there. He's really high on XP too. This could really come back to bite him here in the end game.
This, by the way, is no joke. The odds that both of them could, if you consider 7 encounters, are lead odds. 1 out of 1,337 that they both were to get a sprite encounter in the same run.
I feel like it's gonna happen. I have that feeling this is the run.
Oh, wouldn't that be something if this was the run indeed? So Magos are worth 200 points. They give you a quick experience points fix if you're really running low. But sometimes these runners take them down even when they don't want to because they're just in their way.
Yeah, and riiyak's fine on XP, but Iceblue is actually short here. Needs 100 more XP from somewhere other than the normal things we kill in this palace. So we'll need to find a Mago along the way. There we go. I'll stop talking.
Now the flute. The purpose of the flute is to ward off the river devil, and it also gains you access into the 6th palace of the game, 3-Eye Rock Palace.
And even as a kid, never really understood that logic. But sometimes in a Zelda game, you just have to take things for what they are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if it explained that in the book or not. Oh, it's just sleeping.
It's like a Snorlax.
That makes sense then.
I mean, you need the same instrument to wake up Snorlax that you do in Zelda 2. So, yeah, it makes complete sense.
There we go.
So Iceblue a little short on experience. I mean, I think he's going to be fine.
Oh no, he's fine now. He killed a Mago. I do a XP check, and most runners do. Going back during the long hallway after you pick up the flute and the key, and you need 350 there. So.
All right, riiyak has made it to the Guma fight, and he packs a punch even on life 4 and the spell. Look at that already. Now, he's got enough magic to cast life in case he needs it, but he makes quick work of Guma. Very good there for riiyak. But here comes Iceblue.
Yeah, Iceblue in this palace has made up an incredible amount of time.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how close this race is. I mean, anybody's game at this point. I mean, if Iceblue nails Riverdance and riiyak misses, we have a change in leadership.
Yeah, absolutely. That's about a 20-second-ish loss there.
Oh, yes.
Let's see. riiyak's XP. Oh, he's fine. This is one of the notorious places to softlock. If you grab that heart at around 6,100 XP, you might not make it.
You said it. Now you said 20 seconds is about how much you lose if you don't get River Dance. The gap right now is 16 seconds.
Nice.
Now, of course, this is one and done here. This is a single elimination bracket style knockout tournament here. So winner moves on to the semifinals, and the loser, unfortunately, will be eliminated from the tournament.
This is where we grab the water. You can talk to that lady so far away, it looks like you're texting her. It's one of the only sprites in the game you can do that to. Most of the sprites, you have to walk right up on them to talk to them.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. Yep, I just saw it on Iceblue side. Absolutely. Yep, riiyak gets the fire spell. Now, fire spell is the only way you can take down the Tektites, the River Zoras, and usually the Scorpions as well. Because trying to get the down stab it's very tough to do. Not impossible, but it's a very tough attack using your sword, but it can be done. You will see runners use the fire spell in the Tektite cave, and that's when they are going to hope for that red jar before they go to New Kasuto.
Yeah, and that's a significant time save grabbing that red jar.
All right, will riiyak get the River Dance? Yes. Now the pressure's really on Iceblue. If he misses this, he's going to be 40 plus seconds back. This is a must. He has to have it. But there's Sprite. I just saw it on Iceblue's side, and he's picked off. Sprite ruins Iceblue's dreams. I've said it before tonight, and I will say it again, ladies and gentlemen. RNG favoring the favorites and underwhelming the underdogs.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there on Iceblue's side. It looked like maybe it was a flute malfunction.
Oh, he fluted a little bit late. Sounds like the sprite had no impact this time around, but it did show up. I saw it on Iceblue's side. It was there.
So that's every walk, right?
Yep. It counts. And look at this, riiyak getting the red jar. Exactly what you want to see there. Unbelievable. The luck that riiyak is having now. I mean, he was... Iceblue was just when you thought Iceblue was going to breathe down his neck and try to make this a race. All of a sudden, the fortune said, it's Sprite again on Iceblue's side.
Wow. And yeah, he had an unfortunate encounter for the first spawn too. It walked down and another one. What is happening?
I don't believe this. I do not believe this, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what's going to happen, right? Ice was going to get he does get the red jar. I was just about to say, he's going to get the pee bag, isn't he?
Everyone get those I don't need yous out in chat.
My word. Yep. It's pretty safe to say that Sprite is playing favorites here tonight. I cannot believe this.
If I didn't know this was a race, I would promise you that they're both playing on some kind of hack.
Yep. Agreed.
We'll see if...
Yeah.
Oh, no pose here for riiyak.
Yeah, he gets no points. No pose, and didn't try for the door either. See, there are two ways you can judge a pose. One, doing the pose itself, and two, how close you are to the door. So 3 things here you got to get in the town of Kasuto, the new Kasuto. You got to get the final magic container, because you must have all the magic containers, not just for this category, but to get the last spell of the game, the Thunder Spell. You get the spell, which riiyak just picked up, which enables you to turn all enemies on screen into bots. And then the magical key, which you need for Palace 6, because there are no keys to be found except the ones that enemies drop. Decent pose there for Iceblue. He gets a 5 for the pose, but he gets a 1 for the door.
Yeah, I normally give that a 7. It gets bumped up to an 8.5 if you get it where it looks like Link is pulling the sword out of the ground.
Oh, like the sword and the stone. I like that, yeah.
Exactly. And for riiyak here, these next couple of encounter skips he's going to do, we have to do some tech-type math here in this cave coming up. The delay he takes in this cave says how many stabs he'll have to do, but he's going to skip all that, and we could totally ignore what I just said. He's going to do a delay at the end of the screen here. And this should set him up for some nice slinks.
Oh, but riiyak does not get it.
Yeah, he just failed the slink there. It looked like it was a good pattern.
Gets the slink that time, though. Uh-oh. Oh, the hard skip. Oof. The encounter got to it before riiyak could get there. Tough break.
And this gives Iceblue a chance to catch up a little bit here. We'll see how his tech-type math is.
And he could gain over 10 seconds if he goes encounter free. All right, Palace 6, 3-Eye Rock Palace. The item is the cross, enabling you to see the invisible enemies that are in Old Kasuto and Vod, which are, of course, those pesky Moas. Well, Iceblue tried to slink his way out of it, but got picked off. So unfortunately, Iceblue could not take advantage of riiyak's misfortunes.
Yep, same number of encounters there. Different strategy coming into P6, though. riiyak's already down a little bit of magic, and Iceblue has full magic. I'm assuming riiyak's gonna go for the Forever Jar. It's a jar that's just a little bit off screen. He's actually coming up to the statue here at the end of the screen, and it's a 4-frame window to grab that jar.
So that's why it's called the Forever Jar. That's clever.
Yeah, it was just recently discovered by Aaron2U2, and we've been finding creative ways to use it.
Pristine first Riiyak rematch there for riiyak. That's about as good as it gets right there. Very well done.
The Always Jar. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
I have one jar that I have a nickname for, and that's coming up in Great Palace. It's my favorite jar. I call it the 90-10 jar. Because there's a 90% chance you're not going to get the jar on the first try, and there's a 90% chance you're not going to get it on the second try either. And you know what jar I'm talking about there, Trav.
I know exactly the one you're talking about, and I don't even go for it.
Well, if you don't go for it, then you don't have to worry about it. Nice fight there for Iceblue as well. That's how you do it. 2 textbook Riiyak rematches, so 2 for 2. Very nice.
Yeah, it's kind of a Z2 meme that we always call that jar something different.
All right, let's see if riiyak can get the ceiling walk. Nope. Here's the last of those infamous bot lava rooms that, you know, I'd like to recall because not bots this time. Oh, riiyak nearly fell off the edge.
Link's toenails are so strong. Just pull him right back up on that ledge.
So a good question in chat from T Murdoch. With the reboot of Quantum Leap, are we going to name any of the Scott Bikulas after the new protagonist? Absolutely not.
See if Ice gets a ceiling walk. Nope. Not quite. Oh. So fun fact about Link, when he turns into a fairy, those toenails don't go away. Fairies have extremely long toenails.
They sure do. You have to watch out that you don't touch the lava, even if it's just your toenails, because you're going to take that death.
It'll just suck you right in.
Yep. It's like a whirlpool. A little bit of trouble trying to get off the Iron Knuckle there, but still another solid Revenac fight there for riiyak. Very well done.
And very nice bubble room there by Iceblue. Actually did a little hesitation and only had to deal with one bubble instead of two. We'll see riiyyak's Barba fight here. Oh no, did a hesitation?
Everybody's favorite boss. Still okay though. Oh, but does still get the one cycle. Wow, even with the hit.
Nice.
Tried to catch that fly ball, but it drops in front of him for a base hit. All right, it's Iceblue's turn now to take on Barba. Now, Barba's the one boss I always practice before I do a new game plus playthrough. All right, let's see what Iceblue's got in mind. He goes for Jackhammer. Great fight.
Nice.
Gets the nice catch there with the upstab and the nice pose with the sword, unlocking that door. A lot of swag there for Iceblue. Very nicely done.
And riiyak getting the Thunder Spell. We need the Thunder Spell to cast on T-Bird.
The T-Bird, yep.
Sorry. And without it, you just can't end the game.
Yep, and I'll tell you what, Ganon's going to have fun till Link takes the T-Bird away.
That is true. Ganon's actually, if we want to get super technical about it, not in this game. He's dead.
Right. But we all know whose side T-Bird is on. It's definitely not your side.
Technically, T-Bird was placed there by Link to protect the Triforce. It was the evil wizard that turned T-Bird against Link.
Evil wizard, Agonium?
I don't know if it ever gives a name for the evil wizard, but I believe so.
Let's just call him Agonium, you know.
We all know it's Agony.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so riiyak here in the VOD. I'm looking for a fairy here. Good skip. No fairies there, or there, or there. Look at all these encounters.
But the God VOD got it.
He got it. That's very impressive right there.
Oh no.
Iceblue dips into the water and he's down to 1 life. Oof. Yeah, those bagos just ruined Iceblue's day right there.
Yeah, we talk about the bot lava rooms, but both of those bridges are instant death.
The broken bridges are the worst. I just avoid it by using the fairy spell on both of them. I hate those screens so much. riiyak opting to use the spell to take down Max. Good skip. No fairies on riiyyak's side. Maybe we'll see some on Iceblue's side.
As much as I would like to see fairies, if we have 2 God VODs here, I don't know what the odds of that are.
But I'd say just as low. Ooh,
almost.
Almost got through there. So riiyak is the first one to Great Palace here. Let's see what happens now. That's a good skip. Very nicely done there for Iceblue. And now we'll see how he fares against Max. But here's riiyak in Great Palace. Gotta watch for that jump. Gets by it. There is some invisible gaps, of course.
Yeah, the cheese doesn't go all the way across, unfortunately.
Oh man, Iceblue getting messed with by Max, losing about half of his health.
So I don't know if Iceblue will do this, but in racing, the 1cc requirement is not required. You can game over and still continue your run. For those that don't know, if you game over in Great Palace, you will respawn in Great Palace. You do respawn back at the beginning.
Anywhere else.
Right, anywhere else you'll respawn in North Palace, but due to how this game is set up.
Yep, because of the FDS version. When you go to Palace 2, you have to switch it to the side B or something like that. And rather than have you continue to just swap this, they just have you start at the beginning of Great Palace when you game over in the FDS version.
Correct. Yeah, the Faka there was just tearing riiyak up.
Yeah, he wanted to take him down for the 70 experience points, to set himself up to get Magic 8, but that red Bird Knight would have none of it.
Okay, well, that drop was good. Now he knows where his count is, so...
Oh, he gets the red jar on the first go. Very nice there for riiyak. All right, here comes everybody's favorite room in the Great Palace here. It's time to meet everybody's favorite hero, Scott Bakula. Oh, boy. And gets the Quantum Leap. Perfect. That's exactly how it's played. Well done there for riiyak.
riiyak has been going for a manip that he found to, well, he didn't necessarily find the manip. It's riiyak's version of the manip, without getting too technical, for a despawn of Bakula. Setup, that's the word I was looking for. And he's gotten it twice in races. It's been pretty crazy.
And yes, if you do take down Scott Bakula, that would be the phrase I would utter, T Murdoch, is that looks like Scott Bakula is not going to make that return, that leap home.
Ooh, spicy.
Now that blue Bird Knight can be really problematic at times, but riiyak should be just fine. And Iceblue, sure enough, the 90-10 jar. Well, it does get it on the second try at least. riiyak still needs 13 more points.
Yeah, he'll have to get both of these Mews here.
Correct, they'd be worth 10 each. And he gets them both, no problem.
No problem.
All right, so he's got full everything here, so he's the first one to the T-Bird fight, and he'll be able to use Thunder, the shield spell, he'll be able to use Reflect, and he'll also have the jump spell. But you have to wait until T-Bird shows up before you cast the Thunder spell, otherwise you've wasted it.
Almost
that
a
was
cycle.
Almost a perfect fight right there. So close, but still really good fight there for riiyak. 1,000 useless experience points. And it's off to Dark Link, and right now riiyak can just coast to the line and punch his ticket into the semis. He's going to be very disappointed about this run. There's no question about it, Trav, but as they say in the circuit, a win's a win.
Absolutely. Still have to get through this Dark Link. Dark Link can be a troll.
Or as I always like to say, Trav, Dark Link being Dark Link, but he just needs one more hit, and down he goes. Get your GGs out for riiyak. He has won the race against Iceblue, and he will be moving on to the semifinals. We have an official time of 77 minutes and 2 seconds for tonight's winner. I'll tell you what, Iceblue, despite all the bad RNG he had, kept up with him, but missing the river dance and taking a death on the broken bridge screen pretty much made sure a comeback was just not going to happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, both runners had quite a few more encounters than they should have. Combat. Oh, I was about to say, fight. Combat has been beautiful from pretty much for both runners.
Yeah,
And
Iceblue pulled an amazing T-Bird fight right there. That was absolutely tremendous right there. Finishing strong. You love to see that from our runners.
got the 0.9 cycle, not even a whole cycle. Let's go, Iceblue. Take down Dark Link.
All right, let's see what kind of fight he's got here. All right, 5, 6. A little stabby there, but gets the job done. Get your GGs out for Iceblue. Solid performance, pretty much consistent, with what he's had when he's had, throughout the Swiss rounds. But it's not going to be enough. It'll be a time of 78 minutes and 22 seconds for a difference of 80 seconds. So a good competitive race for both, but it will be riiyak advancing to the semis.
I don't know if either runner is going to join us here. I'm trying to find that out real quick. It does look like riiyak's going to be joining us pretty quick. Morning.
Morning.
So, we have to know, were you counting the fairies during the run, or were you just going to let us do that?
The fairies.
I believe we had fairies on every walk from either you or Iceblue.
We sadly did not have one on VOD, though, for either side. The rare 1 in 256 chance. But, yeah, the fairies that were showing up on both sides was absolutely up the wazoo. But I think it was even worse, though, for Iceblue.
Was it?
Oh, my gosh. You're going to have to go back and watch. We were losing our minds on how many fairies were showing up. It's River Dance, he got bopped. The walk towards Kasuto, he got 5 fairies. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I had some, but I don't think it was like a crazy amount.
I think you had a lot of your fairies showed up early. His show up pretty much throughout the entire run.
Okay, that tends to happen. That'd be something nice to figure out at some point of why that happens, but
yeah, why that happens and what the records are. Unfortunately, and we've had no stat keepers on fairy encounters throughout runs, but Iceblue had a lot of bad luck, unfortunately, in his run. Both of you had a few uncharacteristic deaths throughout the run. I know you're probably not going to be pleased with the time you put up tonight, but again, a win is a win, and you're going to move on to the semifinals. What kind of adjustments do you think you're going to be wanting to make when you prepare for that match?
that is a good question. I don't know. Probably just getting into a better mindset before the race. I felt like I felt fine, but input errors galore at the beginning, starting as early as Magic Container Cave, and then I don't know what happened in P2, but I was I had a really good Death Mountain for attack 3. I know that. I really only took one hit, I think, and somehow pulled out after all the end of that a gold VOD by 4 seconds.
Oh yeah, your VOD was absolutely flawless. It was really, really good. I mean, you had the God Walk, everything cooperated with you. I mean, it was just absolutely, you can't do any better than that. Really, really good VOD walk there. But GG to you. Congratulations, victory. Moving on to the semifinals, you're going to be taking on it's either going to be Chose Near 4 or Just a Man 114, the 4 and 5 seeds respectively.
Yep. good luck to the two of them in the upcoming week. Should be Thursday, right?
Yes, sir. And I believe it'll be hosted right here on ZSO.
And it looks like you're going to be doing commentary for that as well, so that'll be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Was that Justin Man versus Chosen you were talking about?
Yes, you're
Yes.
correct.
Okay, yeah, that is 10:30 Eastern on Thursday on ZSR, yes. And we do have a restream already signed up for it, so we're good on that.
Fantastic.
All right. Are we good to wrap this up?
Yep.
All right.
Thanks,
sounds good.
commentators. Appreciate it. Thanks, ZSR.
Thank you. And yes, thank you to our runners, riiyak and Iceblue, for the race. It was a lot of fun to watch. Thank you to our commentators, LZ Cards Fan 23 and Trav White. Please follow everybody in the chat, and I need to get Lost Cards information into the bot. Coming up on ZSR tomorrow at 9:03 p.m. Eastern, we have the starting race for the Link to the Past NMG League Season 2 between Tam and Relkin. And at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have the Zelda 2 Randomizer Weekly Race. And then on Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, we have the Game 2 of the Grand Finals for the Minish Cap Randomizer Season 4 tournament between Myth 197 and Neon Kato. So a lot of exciting things on ZSR this week. Hope you find something you want to watch. And with that, we're going to go and sign off here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful time and have a fantastic rest of your night. Bye!